The 2K Sports pregame show.
And on one of the epic nights in the NBA, welcome one and all to the All Star Game on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside former All Star Shaquille O'Neal and a guy who has watched the All Star Game a lot, Kenny the Jet Smith.
Oh, I thought you were going to say your name. You've watched it a lot as well.
And I'm fixing to watch another one. Tonight, it'll be the East All-Stars going up against the West All-Stars. And even though today won't count in the standings, still such an exciting day in the NBA, and both teams are up for this one. And how much fun is this? The All-Star Game officially upon us, typically a high-scoring, fast-breaking affair. Shaq, any reason to think it's going to be anything different this time around?
Well, there are no more Dikembe Mutombos.
Oh, that was very impressive.
Thank you, Ernie. Not as many shot-blocking centers in the league now. That might have slowed things down a little. Offense rules the game. I wish Dikembe was still here so he can go, no, Ernie.
How about if I play you and you play Dikembe?
No.
Mr. Mutombo, I really like the way you play the game, but I like it when you used to wave your finger.
Well, thank you, Ernie. Everything good. Shaq threw 2 elbows in my face. I think he called it elbow sandwich.
Well, I'll be you, Ernie. Hey, so Kevin Harlan, we're going to go courtside with you, and we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm really confused now.
I'm not.
Hi, everyone. We welcome you to the NBA All Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstars.
Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Now a look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. Durant is out there with Davis. Then it's Harden. Then there's Howard. And it's Curry in at point guard.
And you know, there were a couple of records that fell at last year's All-Star Game, but to me, the most shocking one of all, the number of three-pointers made, 48. I mean, the teams, they combined for 48 threes.
Here's Irving following the basket by Dwight Howard. Fades away. Wade gets the bucket. Wade's got his first 2 points.
Not a lot in the way of defense here tonight, but, you know, that's about the norm.
Yep, this game is always going to be about offense, about entertaining these fans as much as possible.
And those 48 three-pointers you talked about, Greg, the previous high for threes in an All-Star game was 30, so that's what I call shattering a record, huh? Man, oh, man.
It was insane, and really that speaks to the evolution of the game as well. The game has become far more perimeter-oriented in terms of the skill set. I know we never see a lot of defense in these games, but tonight we're not seeing any.
Simply call it a free-for-all. I mean, you want the guys to have fun out there, but it would be nice to see some effort put into the defensive end of the floor.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one. And there's such a sense of history that surrounds the All-Star Game. I mean, this is the 65th time this event has been held, and you think back on all the legends of the NBA. They've all made their mark in some way on this contest. And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
Here's Irving. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. There's the pick. Gasol dishes to LeBron. Inside, Okafor with the ball. And it's Howard picking him up. And Davis sends it back. 3 on 3. It's Curry outside. Rebound by the East All-Stars. And you talked about NBA legends, Greg, putting their stamp on this game. How about, for instance, Wilt Chamberlain's 42 points and 24 rebounds in that 1962 All-Star game?
Wow, I mean, that was amazing. What about Michael Jordan following up his epic win in the 88 slam dunk contest with 40 points and the MVP award as well the next night. So just so many great memories from this event.
Offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Harden. This one for three. Davis, the pass to Durant. Back to Davis. Gasol with the steal. James with it. Picked up by Davis. James kicks to Okafor. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another.
Here is Howard. Jahlil Okafor making his last shot. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And you know, this game, in a lot of ways, guys, has belonged to the Western Conference the entire decade. I mean, and last year they got the job done again. So although it did come down to the wire, the end result still was Western Conference dominance.
Harden gets the bucket.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And although victory for the Western Conference has been a theme in the All-Star game recently, another trend, Greg, that was repeated last year was the East digging a big hole for itself. And you and I were talking about this, digging that hole for themselves early in the game and then mounting the huge comeback.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the East came back from 20 points down in the first half to tie it up in the fourth quarter. But once again, the comeback bid failed to come to fruition.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here.
And if you remember last year, I mean, no star shined brighter in this game than Russell Westbrook. How about 41 points, just one off Wilt Chamberlain's all-time record. And I'd say Russell was a very deserving MVP.
Irving dishes to Gasol. In the corner, it's James. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
Here is Harden following the basket by LeBron James. Davis. A three-pointer off the mark. That All-Star Game scoring record of Wilt Chamberlain, which Westbrook came so close to breaking last year, has now, Greg, been on the books for over 50 years.
Unbelievable. And I'll tell you what, when Westbrook had that 27 points at halftime, I thought for sure that record was going to go down.
It's Harden with the drive, and Wade sends it back.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Chris Bosh is checked in for Okafor. Anthony comes in for Pau Gasol. And it's DeRozan in for Dwayne Wade. Harden, no good.
And guys, just thinking back to last year's All-Star game, I mean, something that was really special. How about the sight of Pau and Marc Gasol, two brothers facing each other on the opening jump ball?
And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
That moment when the Gasol brothers competed for the opening tip really was unique. It was the first time two siblings have ever started an NBA All-Star game.
And you could sense, Kevin, that the significance was not lost on them. They both talked about how much it meant to them. It was just a really cool moment to be a part of. And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
And he gets it to go. Curry's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And guys, you know, we've had some All-Star Game shootouts over the years, but really nothing compares to what we saw last year. The teams combined for 321 points. That's just mind-boggling. Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
The wide-open look here for DeRozan. That doesn't go either for DeRozan. Greg, you brought up last year's game, that unbelievable 163-158 win for the West, and it was indeed the highest-scoring All-Star game of all time.
Yeah, and I mean, defense has never been what the All-Star game's about, but that was out of control and made for one heck of a show.
Now here's Durant, following the miss by Al Horford. It's Curry outside. Nice D from DeRozan. Now the East All-Stars with it. 4-point game. Right side Bosch. West All-Stars with the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Curry gets the bucket.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Pass to Anthony. It's rebounded by Durant. Durant's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Durant. Durant's got 3 assists now in this one. Timeout called, East All-Stars.
You know what? I think he had to call timeout right now just to get his guys to regroup because they were really ragged out there.
Yeah, they've got to get some things straightened out, and sometimes the best way to do that is with a timeout. They look to be overwhelmed right now.
And the East All-Stars with some changes. Millsap comes in for Chris Bosh, and it's Dragic in for Walker. Left side, DeRozan. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. DeRozan's got his first basket. And so here are the West All-Stars, trailing by 2. 43 seconds left in the first quarter. And here's Harden for 3, and it's good. Harden's got 6 points.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's DeRozan. Another miss by DeRozan.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
It always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
Howard against Anthony. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game. From deep, and released it in time, but it's off the mark. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. West All-Stars lead by 1, and the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. A great event unfolding, 1 quarter of basketball already played, and welcome back everyone to this year's coverage of the NBA All-Star Game.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star Game.
Yeah, a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight, and that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
Dragic is out there with Dwayne Wade. Then it's LeBron James. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Okafor in at the 5 spot. So that's who the East All-Stars start the second with. And the West All-Stars have possession. High post, Howard. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Now here's Dragic. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. And Davis sends it back. Here's Durant. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
Pau Gasol is checked in for the East. Kyrie Irving comes in for Goran Dragic. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. And it's Okafor missing. Okafor's gone 1 of 4 from the field. Coach is liking Clark what he's seeing from his offense.
And shoot, why wouldn't he? I mean, guys, they're filling it up with ease, executing, getting quality shots. I mean, this is fun to watch.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive. Yeah, teammate to teammate on the assist that time.
Well, the communication between them, that's what we see every game during the regular season, and it's on display here in the All-Star week as well.
East All-Stars have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
Good game for Irving. He's got 8 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Now here's Davis. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Davis has got 4 this quarter.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
It's all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Now, here's Howard. He's got 6. There's the dish to Harden. Shot's good. Harden's got 8.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. LeBron passes to Wade. Back to James from the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. He has 5.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Curry against Irving. Curry kicks to Davis. Outside Durant. Shot clock at 6. To the inside. Okafor with the steal. And they're moving it up. Ahead. He nails it. And we're tied up. 6 points for Wade.
How about that cloth soft touch? I mean, just a gentle little teardrop, almost like a falling leaf. A leaf falling down slowly to the ground. Very sweet and colorful, too.
He was all alone on that one. And that's now 10 points for Steph Curry.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
Now here's Wade. He has 6. It's stolen by Davis. Now Curry. Here is Howard. To the paint and stolen by Kyrie Irving. The dish now to Okafor. 6 on the shot clock. Buries it down low. Here's Curry. 10 points for him. There's the feed to Durant. Right side Davis. And Gasol sends it back. And he's able to get it back. Durant for three. Gasol with the rebound. And here's the East. To the paint. Here's LeBron. And that misses. That would have put him up.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
The West All-Stars shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. The first free throw is good. New players in now for the East. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Jordan's checked in. Durant hits them both.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Thomas kicks to DeRozan. Horford with the screen on Harden. It's DeRozan with the drive. Misfires after coming off the pick. Here's West now. 3-point lead. Davis dishes to Curry. Here's Harden on the wing. Davis sets a screen. Harden outside. 4 on the clock. The West All-Stars need to get a shot off here. Shot from the top of the key. Durant, no good. Kicks it out to Harden. Lets it go from deep. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Harden's got the lead up to 6 now for the West All-Stars. And here's the East. Outside Anthony. There's the 3. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
Thomas passes to Bosch. The East All-Stars shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And he knocks down the first one. Both free throws good from Bosch. So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
.158 left in the first half of basketball. Curry kicks to Jordan. 11 feet away. Davis dishes to Jordan. The second chance effort. Durant, no good.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Thomas, it's a wide open look. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Now here's Harden. He's got 11. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Yeah, he imposed his will on the defense that time. He was not going to be denied right there.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Harden doing it all. He's got 14 points, and he's got 9 points from behind the arc.
And that's been an important part of his game today. It's really spaced the floor.
Timeout called, East All-Stars. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
They don't seem to have any answers for him. They need to review their game plan and look for a way to cool him off.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Howard's checked in.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Now here is Horford. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Picked by Horford. Passes it to DeRozan. They get it again.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Durant, no good.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Howard with the steal. Bosh against Durant, and the layup's good off the glass. Durant's got the lead up to 6 now for the West All-Stars. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
Here's Thomas. Following the basket by Stephen Curry. And Thomas, here we go. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Right there, we saw Bosh opened up space for the shooter. Well done.
Harden outside. That's good from Davis on the assist by Harden. Davis has got the lead, back up to 8 now for the West All-Stars. Outside Anthony. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
Yeah, and the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing up the footage for the officials on the floor. The new process is making for quicker turnarounds, I think.
And they've taken a look at it, and they've overturned the call. They've overturned the call. They're calling the basket good, Greg.
Yeah, and that's why we have replay. I mean, to make sure the officials don't miss any calls, and really a good job to take the second look at it. Would have been a shame if they'd been cheated out of those points.
And so that brings the first half to a close. It's the West All-Stars. They're up by 6. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. This arena is packed, and the energy in the building obvious. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We never get tired of having the privilege to broadcast at such an amazing and fun weekend. This year's All-Star action is no different, and on top of all that, we've got a competitive matchup underway. Both East and West All-Stars this year looking primed to put on a real show in the second half that could go down to the wire.
Wow, Ernie, well said. Anyway, the game has been pretty close up to this point, but there's going to be a moment when everyone goes into overdrive. Stops being a free-for-all with scoring, and the Stars turn it up a notch and try to win. Everyone in this game is crazy competitive, and nobody wants to go home a loser.
I think this All-Star game definitely has the makings of an exciting finish. It happens every year. Usually in the second half is when the best of the best step up and take control. Yeah, you might see some highlight plays for fun, but down the stretch, you're going to see hot competition.
And time now to send you back down to the floor with Kevin Harlan. We will see you after the game.
And welcome back to the second half of the NBA All-Star Game. Always an exciting night of basketball.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
And the West All-Stars have possession. 6-point game. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. And the West All-Stars looking at who they've got. They've got Howard. Steph Curry's out there with Harden. And it's Durant. And it's Davis in at the fourth. Howard's gotten it done so far from the field tonight, making 4 of his 6 attempts. Outside Irving. Here's Gasol, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good. Gasol hits them both. And here is Curry. Kicks to Davis. Durant in the corner. Knocks it loose. 6 to shoot. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Here are the East All-Stars. Out to the right wing. And it's Gasol penetrating. And the basket good. Gasol's got 6.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
And so here are the West All-Stars. They lead by 4. Curry against Irving. Curry passes to Davis. Pulls it up. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 4 assists in the game.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Now here's LeBron. He has 5. Ring shot on the way. And that one's good. He's got 7.
He's so tough to guard. He can fake you one way and then just spin right by you.
Up top, Curry. High post, Howard. Back to Curry, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Pick by Okafor. Pass to LeBron. Dishes it to Irving. Back to LeBron. 14 feet away. It's rebounded by the West. Durant's got 6 rebounds in the game. Harden kicks to Howard. Gasol with the defensive effort.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Wade dishes to Irving. And it's Okafor missing. And the West All-Stars with possession. 4-point game. Right block shot. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Durant. Durant's got 5 assists tonight.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Wade gets the bucket.
Even though there's a height disadvantage, he's still able to go up and over his man.
Well, he's fearless. I mean, there's nothing that concerns him. No matter what the matchup is, he's a guy that doesn't back down. He's beyond being intimidated.
Oh, tight defense being played right there. Got right up on him and forced the miss.
Textbook work. Close enough to bother the shot. Good challenge, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
Here's LeBron. Here's Gasol. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Now just a 2-point West All-Star lead.
You know, I think when you've got somebody that open on the perimeter, a good shooter, the kickout's the only choice.
And Curry, here we go. He feeds it to Durant. Here's Howard. And it's the East with the rebound. Irving with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. Irving kicks to Okafor. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. 6 points for Jahlil Okafor.
And the road back into this game wasn't a short one, but they've managed to make it all the way back and tie this thing up.
And Greg, I've got to admit to you, I mean, I did not think they were going to get all the way back. I thought they were done. But they've shown some serious resilience and character to battle this far back.
And it's sent back by Howard. And the East with some changes. Paul Millsap is checked in for Gasol. Dragic comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Kemba Walker in for Irving. Now here's Okafor. He's got 6, and so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Chris Bosh is checked in for the East. Anthony comes in for James. Now here's Walker. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. 5 to shoot. Bosh hits the pick for Walker. He kicks it to Bosh. And the 3 off target. Bosh has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. On its way from Curry for 2. Shot is no good. The East All-Stars go the other way with it. And Walker kicks to Anthony. Millsap sets the pick for Anthony. And here we go. Fast break. Curry's got it. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got assist number 5 here tonight. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the West All-Stars.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
And the basket by Curry.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Harden against Dragic. Walker is screen on Harden. Will it go? Again, the miss by Walker. And here's the West with the ball. They lead by 7. Outside Millsap. Down low from 7. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. Durant's got 9 rebounds now tonight. From deep, Harden. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run. You know, he just, like every other coach, can't stand when the defense gives up points on the inside, and boy, are they struggling in there.
Yeah, well, they're getting pummeled in there, so you've got to figure out a way to make some adjustments to try to change that around, and that's why he needed the timeout.
And the East All-Stars call time here.
Yeah, none too pleased with the play of his team, and you know what? They just need to get things sorted out.
Yeah, you know, there's not a coach around who would be happy with the way his guys have kind of rolled over during this run.
DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Goran Dragic. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Hayward comes in for Kevin Durant, and Paul subbed in for Steph Curry. A minute 50 left in the third. Here's DeRozan. Good work defensively by Harden.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball. And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Anthony, the pass to Walker. Anthony on the wing. He has 5, and that one's good.
Yeah, and you know, Melo voted into the All-Star game last year, played in front of the home crowd in New York. In a lot of ways, what must have been a dream come true for him.
Davis playing very well. He's got 10 rebounds and a couple of nice steals, too. He's been an intimidator down low. Even if a shot gets over him, he's pulling down the board.
And Clark, he's just in a total zone right now. We talk about zones for shooting. This guy is in a zone in terms of controlling the paint.
The West All-Stars shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw missing. Isaiah Thomas is checked in for the East. He hits the second from the line. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the third. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
The East All-Stars shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight. And that one misses. And he's good on the second. .103 left in the third quarter. And so here are the West All-Stars. Harden kicks to Paul. Here's Hayward. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Hayward's got the lead up to 12 now for the West All-Stars. Right side Millsap. Here's DeRozan. Good on the triple. DeRozan's got 5.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that. They're not as aggressive from the outside here, but maybe they should think about stretching the defense a little bit, like they did in the first half. I mean, stretching the defense makes it easier to score inside, too.
That's good from Davis on the assist by Paul. And that's 13 points for Davis.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
He got it up. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? West All-Stars lead by 9. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports.
Let's take them back.
We've been having a great time here, and we hope you have been too. The All-Star Game coverage continues. Thanks again for tuning in here to 2K Sports.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star Game, is there?
Pau Gasol is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Okafor. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Wade in at the 2 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the West All-Stars. And they double up James. Irving drives in, and it's sent back by Howard. They get it back, and Gasol gets it to go.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Gasol's gone 4 of 5 shooting from the field. Curry dishes to Howard. That 3 off the mark.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
Here's West now. 9-point game. Curry passes to Howard. Back to Curry. He dishes it to Durant. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 5 assists in the game. Irving kicks to Wade. Feeds to Okafor. Uses both hands to slam it down.
D. Wade with an excellent pass there.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. Here's Howard. Second shot opportunity, and it's laid in by Davis.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Irving attacking. Howard with the steal. Durant wide open. He fires. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Durant's got 5 points now this quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Drills the 3-pointer. Durant's got a pair of 3s here in the 4th quarter for the West All-Stars.
And that's his 2nd triple of the half. None for him going into the break.
Wade has the open look. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Can't get it to go. Good D by James. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter.
Check out the stats for Okafor. He has 8 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
Taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the West. And the second free throw, good. Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and it's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars. So the West ends up going with the new group. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. The drive by Thompson.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And the first one drops. And so Thompson nails both of them. Here's LeBron. The pass to Gasol. Back to James. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Gay. By himself. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And Clark, that's really deflating for a team to cough up the ball and have it turn into points immediately on the other end.
You know, Greg, it feels like giving up 2 baskets, the one you didn't get, and then the one you allow the opponent to get.
LeBron dishes to Gasol. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. And it's the West All-Stars ball. They're on a 16-5 run.
And a lot of love to be felt here on Valentine's Day. I remember when I first realized that I loved basketball, it was back in the 4th grade, and that was the day that really kind of changed my life when that became my passion.
That's good. 12 points for Kyrie Irving.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
James, the pass to Wade. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. That's 10 points for Wade. Well, talking about the first time you realized you cared passionately about basketball, Clark.
Well, for me, it goes back to Cleveland, Ohio, during the winter on a relatively mild day, 35, 38 degrees, moving that snow off the driveway so I could get some shots up. And the sound of that ball going through a wet, cold, frozen net let me know this guy is serious about the game.
How old were you?
I was probably 8 or 9.
No kidding.
8 or 9. Man.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes, sir.
Good story. Good story.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Hayward outside. Shoots it. He squares up and sinks it.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
And the East All-Stars call time here.
And guys, something new for the NBA is the HGH testing that's been put in place. It's something the league hasn't had too many issues with or even accusations, but better to stamp it out early. And hard to argue that it should be in place.
And here are the East All-Stars now. And with the HGH testing, it's done in every major sport. Seems like the right thing to do for the NBA. Just make sure everyone is on a level playing field, so to speak.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I think the punishment will be fair. First positive gets you a 20-game ban. The second one, 45.
Here's Curry after Pau Gasol's bucket. They set the pick. Lets the 3 fly. And it's the East with the rebound. Wade's got 3 rebounds now in this one. LeBron kicks to Okafor. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. 3-pointer. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got 4 rebounds in this game. And James throws it down.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
Now here's Howard. Outside Durant. And it's the East with the rebound. There's a minute 34 left to play in the final quarter. The shot by Wade, no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Howard kicks to Curry. Fires from the wing. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Howard's got his third assist on the night. LeBron outside. The three. But they get it back. Okafor kicks to James. Outside Irving. Gasol setting the pick for Irving. Irving double teamed. Okafor, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
Now here's Irving. From outside, off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Screen by Howard. Davis with a screen on Irving. 6 to shoot. Curry dishes to Davis. Jump shot is good that time.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win.
And for the West, that's 2 All-Star victories in a row and 5 wins in the last 6 years. It's been a dominant decade in this event for the Western Conference. Probably a fitting illustration, guys, of where the majority of the talent is in the league these days.
Incredibly deep, you're right, and it shows year after year. Well, we hope everyone's enjoyed watching the All-Star Game 2016 as much as we have enjoyed bringing it to you. So, for Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long from Toronto.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith in the All-Star Game action now in the books. So let's take a look back at some of the footage from our All-Star Game MVP, Stephen Curry.
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. Is hotter than anyone else is hot. He can beat you with his feet, his mind, his shot. The only thing you can be sure of is that he will beat you.
Well, he had fun out there. He also didn't shy away from putting on that flash and pizzazz to make the highlights. I thought he gave the fans a gutsy performance. All the celebrities stopped looking at me and started waving at him. We had a couple of good candidates, but he deserved it.
And that'll do it for this year's All-Star Game. Some splendid talent on display tonight. For Shaquille O'Neal and for Kenny the Jet Smith and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again to start up the NBA's second half of the season.